Hello, welcome to Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I have a very impromptu video that I want to do today. They just, very spur of the moment I decided to do this. I tend to look and see what the trends, I guess, are, or what's going on in the junk journal world. And I've noticed this past week that there's a lot with Meg Junk Journals, I think it's called. She's doing a Junk Journal July. Apparently she does Junk Journal January and Junk Journal July. Whoops. And it's more about actually writing in your junk journal as opposed to creating journals, which is what I normally do. But I thought I would get my feet wet and go ahead and make a journal just for this, and I'm going to use the prompt list. Am I going to do this every day in July? Well, it's July 5th, so I'm going to say no. But I thought it might be fun to use for the summer. So I've got myself this book cover, and I'm not sure about the spine, but that's okay because this is going to be for me. So, I've got a piece of this from Italy, that I bought from Rachel, Roxy Creations. It's a little bit short, but that's okay. I might even cut it down and embroider some little bits in there, and then put it all on the spine or wherever. I don't know yet what I'm bringing some of this with me on my trip to give me something to do. So figure I can always. This will evolve. The cover will evolve. Everything will evolve as I work in it, I think. But I also like the idea of keeping this title here, Markings, because that's kind of what the journal is. It's me, making markings, pretty much of what, of my daily life. Either I might not actually journal, but I'm going to use the prompts to do a layout. Just a little bit of, not exactly an art journal, not a glue book. I don't know, just a journal. And maybe eventually I'll start working in it daily. We'll see. So my next thing, though, that I need is to get a piece, aside from the pages, I'll need that too, is, I don't think that one's, it's thick enough. Yeah, that might work. I just need a piece of, but it's kind of bendy. I'm going to get a different piece because, I know I have plenty around here. I'm going to pause and go find something for the spine. I told you this was spur of the moment. Okay, so I got a piece of, whatchamacallit, that's too short. So we're definitely going this way. I think I'm going to double it, so I'm going to go ahead and make it and put it to the side. And then I really won't need that until I'm ready to do the signature. But that could happen today. You don't know. Of course I'm looking for my, you know what? Maybe I'll just use this instead, except for I want to reinforce my spine, and a piece of fabric will do that. And having a piece of Rachel's fabric in here would be nice. But the thing is, that's much more creamy. Let's see. That's a little too short. I think that's even shorter. Yep. Which means that's also too short. And that one's too bulky. Let's see. Oh, that's the tallest piece. I'll try a piece of that. Doesn't have to be very wide. And these, every time I see Rachel using these fabrics, I'm just like, oh, I love that. And of course, it is not going to, chances are, more than likely, fabric, it's not going to cut. I'm not going to be able to tear it. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm also, at the same time, trying to look for my 12-inch I don't know. I guess I can cut it on here. Alright, so this just needs to be, well, she cut it. It won't really matter. It needs to be a little bit, so from there. And maybe I'll do that so I can see it good. Alright, so I'm going to cut it right about there. Does not have to be perfect. Almost cut in half. And then I still have another piece for another time. I'm going to line up the bottom because that's more likely to be straight. Alright, here we go. This is a glass cutting mat. I should ideally be able to cut. I'm going light. I'm just doing it light. Because this is like a brand new cutter, so it shouldn't be too difficult to cut it, she says. I don't know where my fabric scissors are though. I have an idea where they are. They're just not here. Right. I don't know. I'm just afraid to cut. I know it's a glass mat. I know it's a cutting mat. I should be able to cut on it. But also my fabric wanted to move while I was trying to cut it. So there's that. Right. So I'm going to glue that in while I have my Fabri-Tac out. And I should be able to cut this. Alright, first let's cut the height down. It's going to be hidden, so I'm doing it just under the edge of the book. So I only have to lose just a tiny bit. And this is a rotary cutter, so, you know, I can just keep cutting until I get through the thicker material. And it happened. Yeah. And then this one, I don't know. Whoops, sorry. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I do apologize ahead of time if I do something stupid like get out of camera. That should be right. There's the edge here. I want to the edge of this thing, don't I? Yep, that looks about right. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Today is Monday, July 5th, so I know people in the United States have the day off. Everybody know which end was which in case this is not perfectly, because yeah, it's going to be at an angle. But my concern was that possibly this is at an angle. Or, yeah, let's see. Nope, I just need to cut that and cut that straight from its, which, this is the, I think it'll fit just fine if I line it up like that, which is like 1 1/4 inch. So I'm going to do one more at 1 1/4 inch. I know. If I would just measure, my life might be easier. Of course, now I have to first cut this straight. See, I just assumed the book wasn't straight. I was being all I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. That's just a fantasy I tell myself. Alright. So what I might do, when I find my bookbinder's tape, I will probably put a piece of that in here. And then I'm going to glue these together so it's nice and thick. Probably too thick for me to even, let's see. No, I don't know that I need it double thick. I think I'll be okay with it not double thick. Because these are pretty thick. Which is my, it's the second one I cut that might be straighter. That should work. And then I'm going to glue this on here so that when it's time to sew in my signature, I will sew it into here and then glue this onto here. We won't see the signature. Everything will be covered up on the edges. It'll be all good. And it will also reinforce these edges, but I will probably do something. What else has she used in here? Oh, I think she used, she being Rachel, I think she used cheesecloth once. I don't know where my cheesecloth is. Or maybe that was Tina. Somebody might have used cheesecloth at some point. And if I hadn't wanted to use, I could just glue this in here too. I mean, this would have been fine for in here as well. But I just want to strengthen my spine, that's all. And this won't even be seen really. It's my Osnaburg. I should just use the muslin if it's not going to be seen, but that's alright. And so I'm going to glue this right down in here and then leave it open to dry. And that should reinforce this here so that every time it bends, it's got this holding it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Do you? It's a miracle. You know what I'm saying. It's a miracle. I've got my Fabrifix. Hey, good. It's not coming down too slowly. I was worried it was like gonna take a minute. I also have a silicone thingy somewhere. Ooh, my new one from Robin. Because I can't find my old ones. Can't lose this one, right, Robin? I mean, if I want to have my fingers be feeling at them all day, I could use those. I have used my fingers before. Thank you, Robin. I should mark it with an R. This is the one from Robin. Robin is great. Robin leaves comments often. If you left comments often, I would love you just as much as I love Robin. Oh, I have several people who leave comments often, and I love them all. I love all my subbies. But it's easier to love the people that speak up because the other people, I don't know if you're watching. So, if you want to feel extra love, leave a comment. And you will be extra loved. Well, you'll be extra thought of anyway. I mean, my love is not contingent on whether or not you comment. Well, I'll say that. But I will think of you more if you do comment and be more invested. There, that's the word I want, right? I'll be more invested. Okay. Try to get that somewhat in the center. It does not have to be perfect. I do, however, want it to be fairly straight, and I want to get right down. Oh, you know why we love the silicone thing? I don't have to wipe it off right now. I can wait until later when it's dry. And if I didn't have a bone folder, I could use this corner part to press that in. But it's a little easier with the bone folder. Press that all down in there. Press this. And then just leave it to dry. Don't fold it. Don't close it. You just leave it flat and straight to dry. I think. And that's what I do anyway. And now, the fun part is finding pages. I've already started looking around for pages. If this was not such a spur of the moment thing, I would have more gel prints. But since I have no idea where I put, I do know where I put my gel prints. Ooh, I remember. When I was putting those other books together, I had all these papers, oh my goodness. Here they are. Oh my goodness. It's in a box, and the box is heavy. I mean, they're on top of the box, but it was easier to pick up the box. I might be out of breath now. Oh, I know what else I've used to reinforce my spine, like I just did, I've used joint tape. I think I've used this one, but it's the other one that would be the other one with the crisscross. I mean, it holds joint. It holds the boards. What are they called? Anyway. Alright, you probably want to see these papers as I go through them, huh? Let me move out the ones. Alright, I'm not using digitals as any of the pages that I put in here. I may use digitals, probably will use digitals when I create pages, but the book itself will not have digitals. Alright, let's see. Now the hard part. How do I decide? Still too high. How do I decide which ones I want? I am going for summery colors, so there's that. Should be helpful. Alright, that's all digitals. Getting almost... If I did use a digital, it would be this fairy door, but I can add that later. Or I can find another fairy door. Fairy door, say it enough times. Alright, that one's more fall. Oh, gotta have a music page. Not sure which music page, but we'll figure it out. More cheetah. Alright, so here's some jelly plate prints. Let's figure out jelly prints that I want to use, because it will be a summary type. That's a mixed media mashup that I did. This one's just like shiny blue. It's just a regular cardstock type. So, oh, and under that is W2. Don't need to see that. We'll leave the W2 in this box. Okay. So, these are not calling my name. I gotta remember sometimes they have two sides. That one I would think more fall. So where do you put these after you... This one is a possibility. The fan's blowing though, and I have no place to put stuff. Alright. Alright, and this one, because it reminds me of shimmery water. And then... I might just make a journal. I mean, a post tag, I think is the word. This is not, that's not calling me for this journal. That's not calling me for this journal. Some flowers would be fun though. Let's see. I kind of like this one. I know I like weird ones sometimes. That one makes me think fall. That one is got paper. That one has a lot of nice green in it, which makes me think summer too. But then it has the same background as this one, so it would be one or the other. Probably not both. Seems interesting. Alright, kind of like that one. That's a maybe. Probably go for more grungy. I think Joel wants to use that one on something for his girlfriend. He just likes those little doodle bug thingies. I like that one, but I'm going to save it. I like that one too. Oh, another mixed media mashup. Oh, I do want some of my... I do want to... Oh, here, this one. Ooh. I'm not going to say it's summery, but it does have some blue on it, and I like it. I'm going to have way too many papers in here. I won't be able to use them all. This might go in a fall one, or it might go in a... See, but I like that side, too. Oh my goodness. The fan. That one's interesting. I couldn't tell you how I did that. It is in, if you go to Junk Journal with Penny, it's in the freebies. It might be in my group too. I can't remember if I think I put these up in my group. So this one's like black. I think these were like ones I put up. That one's very dark too. That was Mixed Media Mashup that got a little messed up. That's some metallic going on in there. Okay. Oh, it's 2:30. This is a little bit faster if I just take things out of my hand, right? Kind of like that one. Let's see. Oh, the Waves. Is it cardstock or regular? It's cardstock. It's really thick, so I need to take those out to make some tags. This one's somewhat thick. This is one that I love, but I could also make tags out of it because it's fairly thick. So is that one. And that one. I don't know. Oh, I had these separated by cardstock and regular already, didn't I? At some point. Now they're probably not so much. Right, and I don't think I'll have room for that one, but I'll stick it over there. Okay, so we went through the majority of jelly prints, and I have no idea how many pages this journal is going to be. Oh, there might be some in this pile too. And I grabbed some random papers from over yonder, my random paper. This, I had something from Wendy's Paper Junk, and she sent me some of these pages, and I used a couple in the baby memory book, but I thought I would also use that in here. And then this has some water birds and an alligator. And then my favorite, I mean, these may not get written on, but that's like a summer night. That's like a summer day. Just plain piece of paper, so I have something I'm willing to actually put something on. I was thinking about some of this natural paper, but I might just, oh, and then I kind of like this one with Little Fairy House, because I'm a child. No, adults can like fairies too. It's okay. Oh, man. But they should probably learn how to tear it out better. Alright. Just think about that. And then I have these sacks. Whoops, that's got a little bit. I just like this part here. And I'm not going to be able to put anybody else's book. And I love Winnie the Pooh. I have one of these pages. Came from my aunt, so I thought I might put that in there. Green grass for the summer, strawberries for the summer, daisies for the summer. Just because I love the stamp period paper. Plus, I'm not afraid to cover that up. And that just fell in there. And then this was a Smashbook from a Smashbook, and I love the papers. I used most of them in my memory book from my niece. Alright, and a bright yellow sack for summer, a daisy sack for summer, just some tea-dyed pages that I dyed. And I want to put a piece of this project wrapping paper. I just love it. I mean, I get that it would go better. It's going to go in every journal, I think, probably. Alright, I already have a piece similar to that. I'll put this piece of this in. This. Alright, here's some more summer water birds. Not summer birds, but water birds. And I think what's special to me is the swans, so I'm going to take my swan page and put it in there. And some Pokey Little Puppy pages, which means I don't have to rip this one up. And just some children's book pages that look like fun. This is from a vintage type book, but that was actual pages I liked. I didn't like a lot of them. A little golden book. Look at the boat! My ship and I actually was probably saving that for my dad. I'm not putting in mine. And then this book is just a fun looking book and has all these animals, and I just thought that was fun. And this is my grandpa's handwriting. I have a bunch of those. Then from a Rose book, gotta have some Frog and Toad in there. And vintage books. This is a German book. I just love the pictures in there. Another children's book, another children's book, another vintage book. Well, most of the children's books are vintage. Thomas Kincaid. This was from a friend in England, so I get to keep that one. And then I was also thinking sandpipers for summer. And I guess I could skip the quilt because they're not usually summertime, but I thought that was nice. And the boys fishing, so I'll do a piece of music. Whatever piece that's not, I mean, it's already ripped, that I don't mind. There we go. And that's more fun. Okay. Now, where's the cover of the book? Oops. Yeah, blue should go with blue regardless, right? But I think I like this green blue better for a long piece. How do you guys decide what you want to do? And I'll do a piece of, do you just like go randomly through stuff? And do any of you make your own, do you make your junk journals and actually do stuff in junk journals? Do you make junk journals, or do you do one or the other? Do you either make junk journals or create in junk journals? Or do you do both? I want to be someone who actually works in a journal. But I haven't so far. I already have probably more of these than I'm going to need. But I do have, I'll be taking it with me on vacation, so gotta have some green in there. And so hopefully I will have like some leaves and stuff I can stick in there. Oh, I did want to put these in there. So yeah, these I dyed when I made the music journal, and I still have lots left. The problem is I don't take great care of them, so well, these are good. I probably could put these in my shop. These are decent. But what do I want in here? And that's a little bit more blue. Are there any more? That's no more brown ones? Okay. And then have a flower one. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't mind using this over many summers. I mean, I don't need to do it in just one summer. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So probably a good 60 pages, which is way more than I need. So I'm definitely going to have to whittle this down. And what I could do, well, I could just use junk mail too. I mean, I don't have a lot of junk mail though. I mean, I have envelopes. Alright, let me start with some gel prints because I definitely want some of those. Alright, I wanted this one or this one. Oops, sorry. Because they both have the butterfly. Oh no, they're two different butterflies, aren't they? Oh yeah, they are. Okay. And what size are we looking at here? I could just measure with a ruler, couldn't I? That's just, I know it sounds crazy and everything. So, whoops, it helps if I put the 0 up there. 8 1/4. So, the tallest I can do is 8 1/4. It's almost 12 inches, so just under 6 inches. So if I do 8 by 5 1/2, that should work well. This should be dry now, right? I hope. Oh, I should, sorry, squirrel. I should Where's the piece that I'm using? Go ahead and glue the other piece of fabric on here. On this. So that I don't have to wait for it to dry when I'm ready to put my signature in. Question is... There it is. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Apparently. And stuff... Avalanche is starting. Right here. Avalanche is starting. Yeah, I just feel like if I were to double this, like, it's not flexible. I wouldn't be able to get my pokey tool through it. Alright. And any pages that I don't use as pages, I can use later when I'm adding stuff on. Oh my word. Guess what? No, that's not what I was looking for. I thought I was looking for this. That's not what I was looking for. That's why I couldn't find it, because it was there. What I'm looking for, though, is this. Da, 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 da. Oh, is it dry enough to come off? Oh, I love that. Remember, it's even better than taking it off your hands, because it all comes off. Although taking it off your hands is fun, too, because then you saw, like, all the wrinkles and all the little indentations from your skin and whatnot. So right now I just need to get the fabric onto here, and I'm going to either do 2 or 3 signatures. We'll see. And I don't have to worry if I can't get all the pages in. It's not a big deal, because it's not the last journal I'm going to make. Make other journals using those pages. But then I have to use more journals. I have some journals that I could use, but I thought I'd start from scratch for the July. Alright, folding this in half to try to center it the best I can. I don't actually know where the center of the... So this is just mostly so that I... Oh, shoot. That's not centered at all. Who thought I could center things? You were wrong. If you thought it, you were wrong. I can't. Okay, forget the folding in half. Just do it upside down. Alright, so that will dry. So by the time I get these pictures, these pages ready to go in, burnish it down. Okay, put that in the book up there. Good. Good to go. Next. See, this one's not a, thought about putting some of these in there, but it's alright, I can use the pictures. It's not a vintage book, that's what I was going to say. And this one I use more for collage anyway, so. Although, I'll see if I can fit one in there as a little page. More stuff avalanching. Okay. Alright, so if I do 2 signatures, I probably want to... Oh, I don't know how I feel about this one now. Let's look at this one. I'm going to cut these down too. Because if they're going to smell... Unfortunately, I use a lot of the same colors, right? This one is another option for a signature cover. And I know my cover's blue, but I'm still going to all these greens. Oh, and I just love this part here especially. Why not pops of red, right? These are, well, that one's cardstockish. Is that all of my jelly prints I pulled out? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, well, if I do 2, I'll do these 2, I think. Does anybody know? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to use my ruler. Let's not get all bogged up and cutting things perfectly. Although I might have to use this ruler. Not this one. Or metal. This ruler will work as well. Alright, so I can't see the inches on that one. This is why I have so many rulers, people. So this one is just under 6. I'm going to give it a little bit of a haircut on the side there. But it definitely needs to be cut down about half an inch or so. So, yeah, that could be the back. And here's my problem using, this is why I wanted this one. I can see through this one. But I don't usually use the metal side. I usually use that side. So I said about half an inch. Going to give it half and a bit. And we're just doing a little, just taking off the white off the edge, basically. Alright, I like this one for tearing because I can line things up on the ruler and get them nice and straight. So, that's why I like that one. Let's see. Oh, you know what I measured wrong? You know what I should have measured? Is from here, inches. From here to here, which is 5 1/4. So we got to go a little shorter. So 5 to 5 1/4. This one can be 5 1/4. This one can be 5 1/4. So that one's got to come to about here. You know, super precise, right? Yeah, you got to measure your pages the right way, not the way that I did it. So now I have, possibly, let's check. A template. Alright, I went and see now. Now I've got it a little on the short side, but that's because my book is not linked. Oh, there we go. That will work. Could have been a little bit longer, but that's okay. 5 pages sticking out, I'm okay with that. Alright, now let's cut this one down. And then if I have a thick enough piece on the edges, I save them if they've got like some good looking stuff to them. Actually, let's see. Sure, why not? Then I don't have to. I'll come out a little bit. Be a little bit longer. It'll hang out a little bit further than that. That's alright. And definitely want to take off this little end here. But the rest might bring up into the pocket. And if it's nice and long, I can take off a little bit more, which I think I can. I think I can. Oh, I need that. I need to find that book. All right, so for the train book, which is starting soon, which should have already started, but Miss Procrastinator over here just wants to have less and less time to work on it. Procrastinator, I should say. Miss Procrastinator here is, you know, dropping the ball all over the place. All right, I'm going to try for 2 signatures. Because, I mean, we got July and August, basically. Because September, I start thinking fall. So, let's go ahead and put a piece of this strawberry here. Being super precise, that's important, right? Not being super precise. I'm being super sarcastic. That's what I'm being. So, did anybody do anything fun for the holiday weekend? My husband and my son worked. But my son did go to his girlfriend's house for cookout, and they apparently get a lot of fireworks. So he really enjoyed that. Look at that. That's the right height. Now let's get it the right width. And let's find our Let's not find our bone folder. I need to remember to do these, bone folder them now so I don't have to do them. Oh man, never mind. The bone folder would have been better. I'm totally, there we go. Fingernail would work too. Back of the scissors, all the things. No, there's no rules about what you can and cannot use to sharpen. Oh, here it is, right here in front of me. Anybody else not be able to find things that are right in front of you? Or is that just me? I keep shaking you. No, okay, what's next? I definitely want a piece of this. I love it. I haven't even used it yet. I was so excited when I first saw it. Doesn't have to be a huge piece. Alright, I'm going to fold that part down that has a sticky part because nobody got no time for that. But yeah, it is one bigger piece here. And it's crinkly too, which is fun. Also with this one, it has the lines going the other way. So I can line it up there to make sure that I've got it. It's a Tim Holtz roller. It's not a magical roller or anything, but it is nice that it has all the lines. That makes it nice. I'm going in a little bit. I don't like it next to that green, so it's going in here with that green. Because I'm weird like that. Alright, let's put a piece in here. It's just kind of, oh wait. Let me go this far. Now I think when people make these, they might actually put junk mail in them. Let's see, how much do I have to cut off of this? A little bit on each side and a little bit off the end. You can use your paper trimmer for this. You can use anything that's more precise if you want to. I'm pretty content with this method. Let's see what's, okay, I've got some room. And I want my pages all different sizes, so I'm not cutting them all like the perfect size either. That one's a little bit shorter. I'm good with that. And our ducks. I'm also going to be one of those annoying people that doesn't want them sideways. Just not in this case anyway. But I can fold this over, I think I'll fold it that far. I'll stick this one in here and I'll fold those over. This one I don't mind being sideways. They're dressing up their kitty cat. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Well, I know how I feel about it if somebody, like, I'm not gonna do it, but this guy's head is gonna get cut off. But otherwise, yep, I like the cows better than the man. Them, I don't mind being sideways. It's just certain things I don't want to be sideways. I fold her in that way maybe. And our cows. I don't know. I think I'm going to be going by feel on these. And when they feel like they're getting thick, I will. So this one, I can go this way. Yeah, I'm going to go by feel on these. This is what I'm trying to say, isn't it? Pokey Little Puppy was one of my favorite books when I was little, so they get extra pages. I don't mind if the swan is folded in half, but I'm not going to cut off his head to do so. And what else? Oops, got some book page, not book page, what is this? Dyed pages, which need to get cut down a smidge, and their width is okay. How much did they have? Just a smidge, I said, right? A real precise. I do better ripping from the right side, since I am right-handed. But I'm going to cut off to where this rips. So it'll be a little bit shorter. Okay, straight would be nice. So let's see, what else? Okay, so in my Sunday Lives, I like to ask things like, you know, what's going on in the world of junk journaling this week? And is he too tall? Okay, we're going to cut off the bottom. I don't know what I'm cutting off on the other side. Sorry, guys. And I'm going to do this one this way. And also, sorry to the guys on the other side. I don't know what's happening to you, but you're going to probably get covered up anyway. What do we cut off? Oh, the hippos. Giraffe makes me think of my friends, so giraffe gets in. Kind of want to save those words. What were the words? Bee, bee, bop, bop, bee, bee, bop, bop, bee. Saying all the animals together. Any of those words would be fun in a journal. Alright. This page. This page is my page. This page is your page. From the New York Islands to the red. I don't know the words. Anybody remember the words? Do, 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 do. This page was made for me and you. Alright, more Frog and Toad. Sorry, they have to go in, especially since they don't want to. He don't want to do it today. And that's me, but he does it anyway. It's not me yet. It needs to be me, but it's not me. And then height. And just need to take a tiny bit off the height here. I know, just gotta keep reminding myself I'm right-handed. I can actually take off less than this. So yeah, so Joel went and they did fireworks and a cookout and he had fun. This poor kid, what you don't realize is he's an extrovert that grew up in a house full of introverts. So his girlfriend is very extroverted, loves adventure. I think her past boyfriends just have not been adventurous. And Joel's like, I mean, he wants to travel. He wants to do things. So he's definitely... I think they're a good match. Okay. August? Yep, August. That's summertime. Okay, I'm like, one of these days I'm going to be doing my journal and I'm going to have like this look on my face. Also, he's kind of cute too. Except for I kind of want them upside right, so going to fold this like this, and it'll be, might even end up being a tip-in. I might not put this one in until, alright, this one's gonna wait, and these are gonna be tip-ins, I think. This one can go in half. And this one, let's see. Nah, they might be a tip in too. We'll see. And this one, I just have to cut off the top. And oh, I got more than one in here. We'll just put the monkey in there. And this one just had all these flowers, and it was so pretty. And I will probably not want to do anything over it, but I'm okay with just having pretty things. Now this side I might not want to do anything to, but this side I'm okay with doing something to. Then we have Thomas Kincaid. Let's see. What is it? Fallbrook Thatch. Aw. I think I'm going to fold it here. And then I just need to fold it here a little bit. And we have our Lucy locket and our Little Boy Blue. And our Sandpiper. Makes me think of summer. And let's see. Height-wise, we're good. And width-wise, we'll just fold over the sky a little bit. And what's next? Haha, more of this that I love. Alright, I'm going to figure out how my ruler goes for a minute. And oops, because fishing makes me think of summer. And I just like a music page to have, just, I'm not afraid to do anything over it. Oops. No matter what it is. So, actually, now that I've done that, I think, no, I'll do it this way, okay. Just gotta cut it down a little bit on each side. Okay, we're short enough. Now we just have to go in this way, so choose that line. Good. Yay, yay, yay. I like those for interest. Yes, I know I could have saved those, but I didn't. I chose not to. And I love my dyed papers, so hence I want to use my own dyed papers in my own journal and take off a smidge here and there. Do a smidge on the top and the bottom just so that they can be ripped on the top and the bottom, because you know, why not? And this one I like because it's got the flowers and had butterflies too. Yeah, butterflies. So it makes me think of summer. I bought it on Etsy. I can't remember the name of the gal. And I think it was like, I can't remember, like a dozen for $10 or something maybe. So yeah. So the next video hopefully will be me doing one of the prompts, or I might not even do the prompts on video. I might just show you what I did. We'll see. I don't know. You can vote. What do you think? I've not really done it, so I'm a little afraid of not afraid, but I just okay. I don't need this to be straight, but I kind of want it to be. Is that weird? Straight-ish. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna tear off this part at least, where I cut out a whale tail. So somewhere, actually no, I probably don't have that whale tail. I probably cut it out just, or I might have been practicing. I don't know. I might fold that over. We'll see. All right, can't get all of these in. So the caterpillar and the ant. See, I was gonna put that in somebody else's journal, and it somehow never got in there. So it'll go in this one. And then, didn't I have a green page? Yes. And it's already folded too. In fact, it's folded. So I just have to do all right. We have some jelly prints. Oh, I want to put some of these. At least the graph paper, if nothing else. Because I do like graph paper. I know I could leave the circles on there. I just don't want to. You do what you want to. You do what makes you happy. Don't worry about what other people say. Alright, let me get a feel for these. See. Oh, they're pretty thick. I think this is probably about as far as I get to go. Alright. Okay. We got a piece of that. Got a piece of that. Piece of that. Just kind of being random. I'm going to like whatever I do probably because, you know. Because why not? Everything in here is good stuff. It's all good. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I might not put that one in there. Can't really use it well. I'm gonna do the frog and the cows maybe. Till the cows come home. I want something. Yeah, that will be good. And the puppies go somewhere. I'm okay that I have wrinkled pages in here. I think I'm going to make this in the middle, maybe. Alright, so that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's reasonable. Okay. That's a reasonable amount of pages. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, puppies. A couple of those. Oops. That one maybe. Frog and toad. Some roses. Let's see. Yeah, I like that on the... Evidently, she was always going to understand. She was always going to say the right thing. Yeah, the bless of the worldly, like some of, I don't know. The age of innocence. Now to decide if I want to trim some of these off or let them hang out. As well as any other decisions I needed to make. Did I not do anything with my daisies? Because I've got the... Yeah, I have plenty of pages in here that I did not end up using. I do want this one though. And put it this way. And that can be in my center. And I got this one here. I like that against, or at least showing near it. Alright. This one feels thicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's good. It is 20. 20. I'm going to take this one out because it's just thick. So that's 19. But I can go ahead and put... Seemed like I had a lot more pages in the other one, didn't it? That's weird. Let's see, how do they feel? Yeah, I'll move one of these, at least. And that'll make it 17 and 18. There we go. Alright, 2 signatures. This one's going to go first because it's shorter, and then the other one will, well, I thought the other one would show behind it, but maybe not. Only if I cut down some of these. Because when you fold them, the middle ones stick out further. Because that's just, I'm not going to say physics. What is it? That's just the way things are. That's just what happens. So what I think I'm going to do with that one is just move it further out. I'll switch them. Put this one further in. Because I can't really cut much off more because I've got that poem on there. So the other option would be just be to switch totally. But this will work too. Now we just have a tiny bit of blue peeking out. I'm okay with that. And this one, there's a little bit of white peeking out. I'm going to trim that. Oh, that's just this. Because I got my strawberries in the center. But what says strawberries better than? It says summer better than strawberries, I think is what I was actually trying to say. Also, oh, I almost hit you guys again. Or I did hit you guys. I want this one in there too, don't I? I really did want this. Actually, I'm going to save the strawberries and use them as add-ons. Because I can do that with the other thing too. Because I want that coloring page more. Rather have this as my center. Ooh! Oh my goodness. Oh, that was awful. I am so sorry. Where can I cut this off? Let's see. I don't know what happened to it. I'll just use this one for now. Turn it the right way would be helpful. Super helpful. Alright. The important thing is that I keep this picture on this side, right? Oh, almost. I don't want to cut off too much of that. Okay, we still have... Oh, we've lost some of our door down here. That's alright. It's going to get covered up anyway, probably. Alright, so this one will go in the center. Yep, sometimes that happens. You're like, oh, no, I wanted to use that one. Should I put my sacks in? These, I think, came from Shell when I made some purchases from her. Shell Ratcliffe, the Rambling Crafter. Right, and I had the pink one, which would be perfect in there. Alright, anything else here? I'm just going to have to save to use later, which is fine. I can do that. I don't want to make a third signature, that's why. Also, I can look and see how I'm doing on space. Let me grab the book. Did I take that out? I might have taken that out. It's alright, I'm not going to miss it. So I might stick that one in since I took that one out. We'll see. Stay. Putting things on the side, that's dangerous. Shell's got some fun bags. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't just say that. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is a long video. Okay, so do you guys really want to see me sewing the signature? Is that important to you? I'll do... Alright, hold on, let me pause. Alright, had to unpause for a second because I remembered what we were doing. Okay, I want the red in the front. It's gonna... I definitely have too many pages for this spine. I'm gonna have to edit. So, editing is hard. I mean, this would be fine if I wasn't going to add stuff to it, but I'm going to be adding stuff to it. So, I'm going to edit now. I can take that one out. I need blank pages, or pages that I can actually do stuff onto. Alright, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take that one out. What was that? I took out 3 so far. I want to make sure I have some in here that I can actually... Alright, and let's see. Birds I can take out because I can use them elsewhere. And... that one. There's 1, 2... Alright, I know that's not going to make much of a difference. Did not take much out. I wonder if it really just needs to be... Probably just needs to be the one signature, right? Yeah, you know what? If it's an alligator mouth, it's an alligator mouth. I don't care. Over time, these are going to get smushed down. Or I could smush them overnight, but if I push it down, I got room here, so I'm good. Alright. Oh my goodness. So now since I'm doing 2 signatures, now I'm going to have to actually mark my, so don't need this again for a minute. So, see, it still looks crooked, but oh well. Let me do this, or let me practice on this maybe. So we have, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit of these little things. So let's come over just a little bit. So this is the middle. So I want them right about here. I'm just going by, this is the middle here, and then this is right around the middle of that. Which gives room on each side of each. Yeah, I think that's where I want it. Okay. And then, so I need a piece of paper. That's what I need. A piece of paper would be sure nice. We know this is pretty much our width. Graph paper is nice to use because you get the same lines. Okay. You got the height here. Pretty much. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. This is actually how I usually do it. I usually don't measure. I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half. And if I were doing 3 signatures, I would be doing 1 in the middle too. But this is going to give me extra room in between the 2 signatures for that bulk that's going to happen, I think. We'll see. I don't know. Alright, and then I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to fold this down, what, about an inch or so? Give or take. And then I'm going to see if I can see my fold lines. I'm going to make a dot here and a dot here. And where am I folded here? Here and here. And see where I'm folded everywhere. That one's almost on that line. There. And it's just there. And this will be the top. So I'm going to start with this. Oh, I need a book of some sort that I don't care too much about. I don't know where I have Yellow Pages that I usually use, but that's not happening right now. Just want to make sure this is on here straight, you know. And then I'm just going to go straight down using my dots, which I will then use those dots to mark my signatures. Probably out of screen, sorry about that. Did I go through to the other side? Yes, I did. So now I'm just going to move my paper and just make those holes a little bit more pronounced on both sides, I guess we could say. Okay, so that piece is ready. Let's double check, make sure everything's upside right in the way we want it. I know it's a little wrinkly, but I had that further in. Did I take out a page or something? I must have. Seeing if there's a page that I like better for I think I want those in the middle, but that means problem with putting things in the middle is, so I want this higher or lower. I'm going to do this one higher because I want at least two of these to catch. And this feels upside down. No, it's not upside down though, is it? So that one can be lower. That one can be a little bit higher. That one, I can go in the, well, these two can go in the middle. That one I think will work in the middle. It would just make it. I'll put that one up. That's why Rachel does hers so far in. That one go down, and that one can go up. Like she does her circles like closer together than I do, is what I'm saying. So I think my husband is calling me. I should probably see what he wants. I don't know if he's calling me or Nathan. I guess he's calling Nathan because he's 100. Alright, so now I just like to do this, and I do like everybody else. Go the opposite. Just make sure it's pushed in as much as it can be. And then go the opposite. Okay, and then I'll just do two today, I think. I'm going to fold this like this. Where's the top? That's the top. And, well, if I could see it, it'd be better. I can't see it. Let's see. And I'm going to center it. So I'm going to have a little bit of space at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to mark my... Now you are free to use things like pencils that erase. Or you can be like me and use whatever you have hanging around. Alright, is that about even, do we think? Oh, good. Caught all three. Oh, no, I at least caught two. That's good. Alright, and then I like to have my whatchamacallit handy. So they say to do 2.5. Although that's always way longer than I need it. 1, 2, and a bit. Not quite 2.5, maybe 2 1/4. And I'm gonna start from the outside when I do this, because I'm gonna hide my, I don't really care for the strings hanging off. I'm one of those, everyone else likes their strings in the middle. I'm not one of those people. That's all. And before my book starts moving, oh man, I was gonna say before my book starts moving, anybody remember what the top was here? I didn't mark this piece. Oh well. They should all be this way. And we're doing the front. Okay. So I'm going in here and then in there. Leaving a tail. That should be good. And there's my dot for the top. You can go to the top, you can go to the bottom. Doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure you go straight through. Then I go through there and through there. Okay. And then our last hole here. Oh, I'm off the side a little bit. I don't like that. There we go. Oops. Need a little bit more slack there, didn't I? Gonna go through my bottom hole and back through here. Attempt to go back through here. It doesn't matter if you do it on camera or off camera, you're always going to have some kind of issue. It just doesn't seem to matter. That's just part of it. I mean, unless you have like a really thin, oh my goodness, a really small signature maybe. I gotta, is that the one I want to take out? No. I need to be able to, I guess this is the way I want to go. Make sure I have enough of that to spare. Alright, sometimes this is what happens. You lose your holes a little bit. This is the hole it's supposed to be. And they came off center or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but oop, I got through further this time. Yay! Alright. Well, that last page is not so great. Okay, so then when you go back through the middle again, you just need to make sure that you don't split your string. So you need to make sure you go beside your string and not through it. That's very important. Oh, I think I actually did it this time. I almost always split my string. And yeah, doing the hidden spine is not easy. I'll give you that. And then I usually take this off so I don't get a false sense of security. Also, I think I split the spine. I mean, I split the, let's see. I can come back through a little bit and I can unsplit it. Look at that. I had enough. And then one goes on each side. I think I usually do this a different way that I like better, but that's alright. I usually, alright, that could be a little bit tighter. And then just tie it. And then I never trust my knot, so I tie it a third time. And then, what I sometimes will do is just press down that knot. And then it's going to get glued down. So it doesn't really matter where I cut these. But I do want them out of the way for the next, which I'm going to do off camera because this is already a super, super long video. I sewed my first signature in upside down. So now my second signature is my first signature. I could have taken out the signature and redone it. I just wasn't bothered enough. And apparently, yeah, it's going to be all right. I can see that this one's a little higher than this one. So now this one's a little, but it's all right. It's for me. Doesn't matter. Truly not terribly bothered by that. So I need to make sure that this is going to fit down into there. And now I do have it upside right. If it was really important to me to have that other signature first, I would have gone ahead and done that. Okay, remember how this fit before? That was like before I put in the fabric, wasn't it? Because this has to fit down. It has to fit down in and still be able to close. That's the thing. I think it is. I think it will. Okay. So, I'm going to start in the middle with the Fabri-Tac, just like I did before, where I have to look for things. Seriously, last time the Fabri-Tac was right in front of me. Fabric glue. It was on its side. I can't see things when they're on their side. I'm going to start with the middle, and once I know that's in there good, I'll get the rest of the fabric glued in there as well. I think when Shell just did this recently, because she was using silks and stuff, she was having some struggles, but she figured out a way. She'll show it in tomorrow's video. So I was like, yay, I knew she'd figure out a way to make it work. But if she had gone all the way through and not done the hidden spine, she would have had other issues like the fabric fraying. So it was kind of her only option, I think. All right, make sure I'm getting this down in here. And I don't know where my bone folder is right this second, but I'm going to push this down. In that middle section. And then I'm going to, this does have a nice sharp edge on there, so I can get right down in here to get that pressed down. And also on this side, maybe I should put the glue. Oh man, the glue is about to vomit on my table. Basically, that's what it amounts to. It would probably have been better if I shaved off a tiny bit off of the thing just for closing of the book, but that's okay. Because the book can have, or will have, a closure on it anyway. And over time, it may adjust a little bit. I didn't do a hollow spine. I could have done a hollow spine, but I don't know if I've ever done a hollow spine. Would just mean that this piece I wouldn't have glued down, and I just would have glued down the fabric bits. But I'm good with just a hidden spine. So now, take our glue. Apparently didn't glue this piece down all the way. So my spine is like all extra glued down. It's extra reinforced, because I've got two fabrics. One is for decoration and one was for a little glue there. Didn't want to do that. That's right. I can do something on here if the glue is bothering me too much. But yeah, I came out too far with my glue. Of course I did. Would I be me if I didn't do it wrong? That's sad. A lot of us say that though. Perfection is overrated. As long as the book stays together, I'm good. Like right now, it doesn't look like it wants to stay together, but you know, Fingers crossed that it will. But it's got time to dry. Just get my glue all, apparently. Some of this glue wants to come off. But the whole thing won't come off because I've got whatchamacallits in there. Words. Got strings holding it on, if nothing else. If the other bits fail, I've got the strings. So, yeah, somebody had requested, and I'll probably still do it on my lives on Sunday, but they were just like, wanted to see some books without digital. So no digitals were used in the making of this book. Oh my goodness. I only say oh my goodness because it's just exploding everywhere. Get the cover on there. If you put the cover on right away, it's not going to volcano. It shouldn't volcano. I don't know why it volcanoes, but it does. That's got a little glue on there. But so now I have my own personal journal here to do the July prompts in. Hashtag. I probably should leave this open to dry, right? Hate that the Fabri-Tac makes such a mess. Pay no attention to my mess. Go make your own mess. I'll probably put something there. Probably won't be lace, but something. I haven't done anything fancy to the insides here, so that might even be a day that I do a prompt. And I've got room in the middle. I really love this fabric that Rachel sells and uses. So there we go. We have a journal for me. Yay! All right, y'all have a delightful day. Love you.